Good morning. This is TJ Moore coming to you this morning with Module 1 of the Financial IQ training. Okay, this is part 1 of 3 parts. And the first part, we're going to deal with just an overview of the tax advantages of a home-based business. One of the best kept secrets in America is owning and operating a business from home, if nothing else, from the standpoint of the tax advantages that you get with it. Okay, and we're going to take you through that discussion in just a minute. So if you don't own a business from home, this is a good time to start thinking about owning and operating a business from home so you can take advantage of these enormous tax advantages that come with it. Sandy Botkins is a former tax attorney for the IRS. He basically has now started his own business called the Tax Reduction Institute. And what he used to do was with the IRS was train tax auditors how to audit taxes, individuals' tax returns. Okay, so now with the Tax Reduction Institute, he is now teaching, people like us out here who are trying to get better financially, the advantages of owning and operating a business from home and the enormous amount of tax benefits that come with that. This is what he says. The light at the end of the tunnel is the financial opportunity that starting your own business offers. Every North American taxpayer who works a full-time job and does not have a side business is probably overpaying taxes to the tune of $3,000 and $9,000 a year. Okay, if we break it down on a monthly basis, that's approximately $250 to $750 per month. So think about it. You just by starting and operating a business from home, you can give yourself an instant raise of $250 to $750 a month. That's pretty awesome. What in the world would you have to do at your job to be able to get a $250 to $750 a month raise? If you went to your boss and asked for that raise, would you get it? Your boss will probably look at you like you're crazy, right? Okay, but just by owning and operating a business from home, you now have the opportunity to give yourself an instant raise, $250 to $750 a month. Pretty awesome. Here's an example of some tax advantages that you get, and basically on this side what you get is just some common things that are tax deductible when you own and operate a business from home. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of those compared to not having those. Okay, so if you didn't have a business, you wouldn't have those. So you would look at zeros down this column, and down this column you would basically see what kind of advantages that you could have. Okay, so I'm going to use $40,000 basically as the annual income, the taxable income at the end of the year. Okay, and then we're going to figure out, okay, what kind of benefit do we get based on $40,000 of income on an annual basis, and then not having these tax benefits versus having these tax benefits. Okay, so if you look at it right here, if you don't have any of these tax benefits and you don't have a business from home because you won't be able to have any tax benefits from there, right? $40,000, your taxes, okay, according to 2011 tax tables, right? According to the 2011 tax tables, your taxes would be $6,131. And that's what you would owe the government based on having a taxable income of $40,000 for the year. Okay, so now let's take a look at the fact that you got these tax benefits because you started a home-based business. Okay, so now things like your cell phone is tax deductible. Internet service will be tax deductible. Your post office box, if you still happen to be working at a job, then you would need to get a post office box, to be able to, increase or to maximize the amount of miles that you can deduct. So the post office box, buying the book Lower Your Taxes Big Time, the book that Sandy Botkin wrote. Okay, he publishes one every year, updated with the new tax laws and stuff. It's great to have one of those on hand for references. Okay, so Lower Your Taxes Big Time is a tax write-off. The day planner, any kind of calendar that you use is a tax write-off. Any mileage logs that you use as tax business cards. Having a business. Meals and entertainment, presentations, vacations, which really turns into business trips, can turn into business trips rather, mileage on your vehicle, portion of your mortgage, rent, utilities, etc. Okay, so these are just some of the common ones. So now if you have these tax write-offs and you were able to, accumulate these benefits here, you could have potentially in the area of tax benefits approximately $18,065. So basically, by having a home-based business and having all of these benefits, right, that equals out to $18,065, you're now able to deduct that $18,065 from that $40,000, and now your new taxable income becomes 41,934. Okay, so now the taxes on that 21,934, according again to this 2011 tax tables, is only $2,864. Okay, so now the difference between having a business and not having a business in terms of taxes is $3,267. Basically, that's money in your pocket. Okay, so you divide 3267 by 12, and you come out to somewhere in the neighborhood of about 260, 270, close to $300. That's a lot of money, right? Absolutely. And this is money that you can have just by owning and operating a business. That's before you've ever even made profits on it yet. Okay? All right, so as you can see, this is where I got the numbers for the tax tables, 2011 tax tables, and based on 40,000, you'll see the numbers there. Okay, so that's that. I got those numbers from the tax table. Now, okay, let's take a look at the value of the tax benefits. Okay, tax savings per month, based on that example, came out to, let's say, around $275. Okay, so now in the case of our business, we partnered up with a company out of Salt Lake City, Utah, called USANA Health Sciences, one of the top health and wellness companies in North America and around the world, okay, producing some of the most phenomenal health-based products that you can get your hands on, right? Okay, anyway, all right, so that business basically, takes about $150 a month to be able to keep your business active and operating on a monthly basis, okay? And that's not even including just building it. It's just you using the products for yourself, okay? So if you think about it, the net savings per month is $125. So you end up with the business, okay, from your savings right here, you end up with a business plus $125 for free, okay? Now you got to remember, you were paying the tax dollars before anyway. So now just by getting the tax dollars back, you're actually not paying for your business plus an extra $125 in your pocket. Is that a good deal? Of course it is. Because you see, what the products are going to do for you is going to help you to maintain good health, right? Plus, you get a free business, which allows you to have a second income, trips, bonuses, and all the other things that come with it, and start building your early retirement, right? Okay? Plus 125. This is before you make any money in the business whatsoever. Okay? Pretty awesome. All right. So what do you have to do in order to begin to start getting these tax benefits once you start the business, right? Starting the business doesn't give you the tax benefits. You have to conduct business activities on a daily basis, right, to be able to reap the benefits. Well, okay. So let's talk about the things that you have to do as you're going out and conducting these business activities. What do you have to document? What do you have to provide the IRS on your tax return to be able to accumulate these benefits? Okay, one of the first things you do, obviously, you have to start your business. Okay, you have to start your business right here. Okay, all right. Purchase the book is the next thing that I recommend, so that you'll have some reference material for the tax law itself. Okay, if you have a job, rent a post office box. Very important, right? Because that helps you to maximize your, the mileage that you can deduct. Okay, the fourth thing is, get a day planner. This is huge, okay? You need to get some sort of a day planner, something that you can use to document the 5 W's, right? That's the who, when, where, what, and why. So who, what, where, when, and why, the 5 W's, right? And we're going to show you an example of that in just a minute. Also, you need to keep a mileage log. You need to keep track of the miles on your car that you use for business as well as personal, okay? And also keep a minimum of the receipts that total at least $75. So anything, 75 and above, keep the receipts for. Outside of that, you really don't necessarily need to keep the receipts. But the best practice is just going on and keep the receipts, period. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to keep track of all of those receipts as well. Real simple, okay? To increase your W-2, and we're going to have part 3 of this training module is going to show you how to redo your the W-4 for your job, so that you can start getting your checks, getting your money that you save on tax benefits, right? You can get your money in your checks now versus waiting for it at the end of the year when you file for your tax return. So we're going to show you how to do that in part 3 of this training module. Okay, pretty huge. Okay, and then just go out and talk to people. Talk to people. Share this idea with people so that you can begin to start conducting that activity. Okay. Awesome. So here's some of the things that you need, okay, to document all that stuff. You need a mileage log, okay, you need a daily planner, okay, having the book as reference material is huge, and then keeping an envelope. What I use basically the mileage log, I've combined the mileage log and the daily planner into a single document for me, and we can show you some ways to do that, which is really cool. Another thing is this monthly expense thing. What I do is I keep all my expenses. I take my monthly activities that I conduct on my daily planner, plus the mileage log and stuff for my vehicle on a monthly basis. I take it and put it into my monthly expense envelopes, as along with all the receipts for like my cell phones if it's over $75, anything else, hotel stays, things like that, that numbers of over $75. Print all that stuff out and stick it in my monthly envelope, and I keep one of these for each month, which means that I'll have 12 of these for the year. Okay, and that's pretty huge. Okay, so this is basically all you really need to document everything for. Okay, so now here's an example of how to document and what to document. Remember the 5 W's: who, what, where, when, and why, right? Okay, so now in this case, what you see in this log is at 9 a.m. right here, okay, on this day, I had a presentation, okay, Joseph Costa, and I'll put his phone number and email on there, okay, and I met him at Denny's, okay, on this address, and then I had an expense of $321, and then I've got the log on. So let's see if it meets the requirement of who, what, where, when, and why, right? Who is Joseph Costa, right here, right? Right here is who, okay, who, what was, OYO presentation, his presentation, okay, where was Denny's, right? When it was at 9 a.m. right here, okay, and who, what, where, when, and why was an OYO presentation, okay, and then I kept track of the mileage. So basically I've combined my activity with my mileage log so that I have it in a single document, right? So now I don't have to keep 2 separate documents. I can keep a single document and keep a log of everything that I'm doing. So you notice at 12 o'clock I had personal activities. I don't have to specifically list personal activities. I put that in there because I have miles that are attributed to just personal activities that can't be attributed to business. So I put it in there so I can keep the mileage log straight. Okay. So now in this case, I have the mileage log entry in there. And at 3 p.m., I went to Office Depot, printed business documents, etc. Who, what, where, when, and why is all met there, right? Okay, and then I've got the miles there. So basically, through this log, what I have total business expense is $46.42. That includes the $521 here, $321 there, okay, and the $38 here, okay? All right, so that's my business expense, $46.42. Total business miles is this mile right here, 2717 plus the 30. Not 17, but the 18, right? Because the 17 doesn't count. 17 was personal, right? So total business miles 75. Do not have to keep track of receipts since all the activities are under 75, but you can keep all the receipts, and I would recommend that keep them. It's fine, okay? And then what does it look like, right? That's huge, okay? That's a lot of activity in one day. Some of this stuff I was going to do anyway. I probably was going to meet Joseph Costa as a friend. So I probably was going to meet him anyway and see him, right? Sometimes I have to go to Office Depot anyway. Okay, so I go there and actually, print out some documents for my business. Okay, etc. Okay, so those are some of the, so you do it. I hope this helps in terms of understanding the benefit of tax advantages of starting and operating a home-based business. I highly recommend that if you don't have a home-based business today, start one. Okay? It's huge. The tax benefits alone are well worth it. Okay? But the opportunity to be able to create a second income on top of the tax advantages is even bigger. Right? So thanks for watching. This is part 1 of the Financial IQ training module number 1. So look forward to the part two of this and part three, which is also coming. So thanks for listening. Hope this helps. You guys have a great day.